Cancer, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is not going to resonate for all Cancerians. If it does, however, resonate for you, feel free to like and even subscribe to my channel. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much and welcome back. This is a love reading and we're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy. Anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Just whomever you have on that sweet little Cancerian brain of yours. It either will or won't resonate. Well, there, parts of the story could resonate for you, parts might not. Do take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's get at your love life, babies. Anything you need to know about me, you can find on my website, which is linked in the description box below or in the About section of my channel. I am using a new deck today, Cancer. We're using the Eight of Coins Tattoo Tarot by Lana Zellner. And then I will clarify everything with the usual Light Seers. If you're new here, I'm sure you know this. If you've watched any tarot whatsoever, the Light Seers by Chris Ann. Both gorgeous decks. We'll be clarifying with that. So the energy that you're bringing to the connection is the Devil card. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Tower card. And then we do have the Ace of Pentacles, though, okay? So it's possible we're leaving one connection, for solid new beginnings, or we'll get more to the story, okay? We're not worried about this at all. We've got the King of Swords in your overarching energy. However, I do feel like we're using, some logic to make some moves here. The Star card, I love the Star card. Could really heavily be dealing with an Aquarius for some of you. They both happen to represent Aquarius. We do have the Five of Swords. I do feel like there's a breakup going on for most of you. And the Page of Cups after that. So I do feel like an apology might be coming. I don't know if it's from this breakup from this person. We're going to clarify everything. It's a little hard to see the story right now as it sits. The King of Swords in your overarching energy, this is about communication, clear communication, logical communication, logical thinking. So I do feel like you might be breaking up with somebody or something like that with them having the Tower in their energy, but that doesn't have to be. There could be other things going on, okay? We're going to get more. You'll know your story, okay? And again, without clarifications, it's really hard to know why all of this is here. The Devil energy really does entail, it really means to me that you're kind of sitting in your ego, whatever that means. Well, let me just get to it because people get so offended by this. We all have an ego, and I'm not saying like you're running around saying, I'm the shit. That's not what an ego is. People have the ego so kind of bass backwards, okay? But the ego really can mean, can be what is telling you you can't attain this, you can't do that. It keeps you bound to things that are not conducive to your best life, basically. So the ego is there to try to deter you from your greatest life, your best life. Your spirit is trying to call you to your best life. And again, the ego will get in your way in many ways, either by seducing you to shiny things that aren't good for you, or by telling you you can't attain the dreams that you have, okay? Interesting stuff. The Tower card is about an abrupt change in your person's life. Maybe they're going through a breakup, a divorce, a move. We're going to get more. We do have the Ace of Pentacles in your outcome, though. So again, this may mean you're leaving somebody to start your own solid, life. This might be somebody who's holding you back. Or this could be you both haven't even met yet and you're in your, both doing some work, internal work. So let's get more on this scenario. I don't say scenario, by the way. It comes through once in a while. So I always am like, somebody who's listening says scenario because I don't. All right, let's get more on your energy. The Justice card, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So you are coming into a space, I really just think that this is about, it really clears up for me that I think that you're doubting all that you've been working toward, okay? I feel like you've had a lack of result in whatever it is you're building on, but I do feel like the results are coming. I've been telling people this in all of my readings. I do feel like the, all the seeds we planted in 2020, a lot of us have started our own businesses, gone our own ways, started internal work on ourselves, whatever it is, all of the above. And so all of those seeds we've been planting throughout 2020, thanks to, some traumatic things that were actually here to force us into ascension. The we haven't had any results yet. It was like that, whatever, I don't know what it's cultivate. I don't really know what the right terminology. I'm not a farmer or a gardener, okay? But after the seeds are planted, there's this time period where there's nothing happening. It's like, all right, so we planted seeds for nothing. But now, the spring of 2021 was when all those seeds we planted in 2020 are going to start to bloom, okay? You're going to start to see results for the work you've done. This will clear up some of that self-doubt, okay? It is really hard to have faith in yourself, in the creator, in the divine, in your your plan, in your path, when you've done all this work and you've got nothing in return, right? Your return is coming with the Justice card and with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, okay? It's all coming in now. Again, the Nine of Wands really does indicate that to get to that, there's this one last push. Sometimes the push is just sitting still. And sometimes the push is, let's just keep going, doing exactly what we're doing right now, without the results, because they are coming. And it's, again, I like to tell people this Nine of Wands kind of represents, for me, a space in time where the divine is testing, wow, I can't speak, testing your integrity, just making sure that that you want it badly enough, this life, this new life, this life of, this righteous path is what I'm getting. And I'm sorry when I say that, people think I'm not religious at all. I am very spiritual, and I do believe in God. But again, I don't have anybody tell me how to believe in God or how to have a relationship with God. So and God doesn't really prefer that you do either, okay? He likes people to have relationships with him on their own recognizance. I don't know what that means. So anyways, the Nine of Wands really does indicate to me this moment where you're exhausted. You've done so much. You've seen very little results. And it's like you're just about there to the results. The results are here, and the Justice card, again, is about the payoffs for all of the good things you've poured into yourself, into the world. There is results. This isn't just a bottomless cup you're pouring into. You are pouring into yourself and your future. And the Nine of Pentacles does indicate after all of that hard work, you're going to feel this independence that you've never felt before. I don't know if there's a love connection here. Maybe you're walking away from someone and that's what's bringing you into this Nine of Pentacles. It's almost Stella got her groove back kind of a vibe. If you are leaving somebody, I'm feeling that it's going to be the best thing that's ever happened to you. So for those of you who that's for, you're going to know, you're going to already feel that sort of Stella got her groove back kind of vibe. Like, I lost myself in that relationship, and you're finding yourself again, but it's not like you're finding the old you pre that relationship. You're finding this new evolved you that was never there before. It's like the new you. Stella got her groove back, but Stella got her groove for the first time kind of a thing. That's the vibe I'm getting. Wow. Your person, on the other hand, so this is what I was thinking. You might be walking away from other people, places, and things. You might just have been in your singlehood. You could have gotten out of a relationship 5 years ago, 2 years ago, that you've been doing some work on healing from. And again, pouring into yourself, whatever that is. If you own your own business, if you, 2020 has, I think, almost forced, hopefully 75% of us into doing what the creator was calling us to do, was to fend for ourselves. Not to fend for ourselves like that, but like use our talents, gifts, skills, and abilities and monetize them, because that is actually how things should work. We shouldn't all be working paycheck to paycheck. That's just not how God wanted it. And the owners got greedy, or the big big pharma is what's coming through. Big pharma is the greediest. I'm not going to get into that whole topic right now. I will spare you that. They own the U.S. though. But I'm talking about just big corporations got greedy, took advantage of people, and now the creator's saying, you know what? They had their chance. They could have done well and taken good care of people at the same time. I'm sorry about all this, guys. A lot of stuff coming through for you guys. So whomever of you who has left like the, I don't know what I'm getting, like the corporation, the corporate world, to come into your own business, it might have even costed you, you might have had to take a huge pay cut originally. All the fruits of your labor for taking that risk are coming, okay? I just want you to know that. Like, not only are you going to make way more than you ever could have, the freedom lifestyle, that free feeling that what you're working so hard towards is all going to you. And then anything, obviously, because we're Cancerians, anything you decide to charitably help up with that, it's imperative, okay, that we don't get sucked into that same greed that the reason why we've all been called to work for ourselves at this time. Because of the corporate greed that came about. It's important that we don't do that in our own lives too. Okay, I love you. I'm not saying go give away all your profits. I'm just saying don't forget that, you know, where we came from. Wow, this is for some of you. I'm sorry. Your person, I don't think you have them in your sights. I think your person might be going through that same exact thing I was just talking about. They've lost a job, maybe even a relationship, a marriage. Something huge has changed in their world, but it's actually bringing in all their blessings. They've got the Tower card, but then they do have 2 aces and the Page of Pentacles. Things are becoming, it's almost like they're having this revelation that, oh, maybe we were supposed to start our own businesses. Maybe we were supposed to be more of like a barter kind of community, right? I know that sounds weird, and I know we're not going to just fuck the whole economy at this point, but what I am saying is that I think people are starting to really catch on. I feel with this Ace of Swords, whoever you have in mind is catching that, wait a minute, something isn't quite right here. I shouldn't be working 70 hours a week and still be in debt. This isn't fair. It's not possible to come out of the red in most cases in the corporate world, okay? Unless you are one of the highest up, okay? Interesting, this turned into a work reading, but this is a love connection that's coming in. It might, because I'm talking so much about work, it could very well be somebody you work with, you partner with, you collaborate with, and whatever it is you do, okay? Doesn't have to be at all. They could be a Scorpio, any earth sign, looking like a Libra is possible, and again, Aquarius, very strong. We also do have, well, any air sign really, I guess. Okay, so, again, the Ace of Swords really indicates that they're having some revelations. They're going through whatever it is they've lost is bringing them into this newfound awareness, like, oh, that's why I lost that, whatever it was. And it's bringing them into a space where they can now, because they've realized their own worth is what I'm getting right now with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. It seems that they are, I feel like, starting their own solid new beginnings, okay? They have this to offer you, as well as, again, the Ace of Pentacles really is kind of like this original offer of, this is how you're going to ever have financial freedom. The revelation that came that maybe working for themselves is the best idea. And then they'll have to take action, which I think the Page of Pentacles is them taking action towards their solid life, their solid new beginnings, okay? Again, I don't think you've even come into contact with this person. If you have, then this solid new beginning is with you. But I really do believe that they're actually doing, this is mostly to do with work. Definitely could be dealing with a Taurus. That keeps wanting to pop out, and definitely could be heading towards marriage with whoever this is. Some of you, again, could already be in this relationship. Most of you, I think this person is going through some sort of, they've lost something huge. They're not quite healed from that yet. They're coming into that space where they're starting the new beginnings. We are in delays, it looks like, with both the Temperance and the Hanged Man. So the Temperance card is about balancing everything out and kind of tempering it all out, really understanding. Again, we've been listening to the, priorities given to us since kindergarten, okay? So coming into this space of recognizing that, wait a minute, something isn't quite right here, and that this isn't the way we're supposed to live, that's what I'm feeling like from your person. This Temperance card is giving me that for both of you, that you're just kind of like, wait a minute, maybe there is another way, and I think that both of you are ready to start listening to your spirit over what you've been told. Again, this is spirit and ego, what you've been told that you're supposed to do, your priorities that you're supposed to have, how things are supposed to work. And again, we have to shut out not only our own ego, but the whole world. It's like people do not love people kind of branching off into their free thinking, I guess, is what what I found out, is people do not like free thinkers. I have really found that out. People get very angry when you don't think exactly like you're told to think. And so I feel like two people that are living in this sort of free thinker, sort of freedom lifestyle, heading towards a freedom lifestyle. I think that you have had, so you've come from a space where you worked really hard for not enough. And then you realize this, both of you, something isn't right here. And I do think you've had to sacrifice things, maybe fancy things. Like, again, as Cancerians, we love fancy things. But I think that in order to get to a space where you're working for yourself and you're able to manage on your own, there is a space where you do have to let go of that desire to have all the fancy things, right? Again, the freedom lifestyle will bring you into a space where you do get to have those fancy things again. But I do feel like you have both sacrificed a lot in order to care for yourself, actually. And that's bringing you into this space where you're starting to really think with your spirit, and it's leading you in the right direction. And you haven't done that with ease. That doesn't offer you a paycheck every week usually, or whatever it is. It's about going against the grain. That's what I'm getting right now, is you've both gone against the grain. What you know, to do what you knew was right, not, you know, for not just to be argumentative. And again, I think that patience is needed. I don't know if you even have this person in your sights. For those of you that do, if it's moving slowly, that's good. The Creator has all of this. It's being tempered out at this time. And the Six of Pentacles really does mean that the two of you are really working on understanding your own worth. And not only will you not accept any less, you also won't give any less to others. I think Cancerians always give more to others than they do to themselves, but I feel like you're coming into a space where you're finally realizing that the more you give yourself, the more you pour into you, the more you feed yourself, the more you have to offer others as well, including and especially a true love connection. Could be dealing with a Pisces, a Sagittarius, and then the other signs I said. Capricorn, I think I did fail to mention. Leo and Scorpio as well, just because I accidentally started shuffling those. Patience is needed here, whatever it is you're coming into. I think you might have been walking away from somebody else, if I'm being honest with you, for a lot of you. Some of you have just been single for some time. And then I think your person might be either leaving a marriage or the job thing that we talked about already. They might be leaving both. You know, we were in a lot of karmic connections in, 2020 and pre-2020. I've been telling this to people too because it feels like just what the tea is for the week. I don't even know what that means, okay? I just see that a lot. But it feels like what I'm supposed to be talking about, which is that we have had lots of deep soul karmic connections in order to force us into healing. It's like you're in so much pain, all you have left to do is go within and count on God. And then now, after we've done all this ascending, the connections that are coming in are true divine counterparts, which, if you don't believe in divine counterparts, this is about people that are here to, so the karmic connections were here to help you ascend, right? To help you heal, grow, ascend. And now these soul connections that are coming in are to help the collective ascend. Does that make sense? So, purpose partners, I talk about it all the time. People think I'm crazy, but I don't really care. This is what comes through me, and this is the downloads that I'm getting, is that we've done a lot of ascending through all the karmics works, all the karmic jobs we've had, all the karmic friendships we've had, all the karmic relationships we've had. And now, because of all of that ascension and healing and the growth that we've done, we get to help others do the same. Okay? Follow your heart's desires and manifest the heck out of your life. Oh my God, that's the best card I've ever seen in here, and I've never seen it in here. That's exactly right. Follow whatever your heart is calling you to. I feel like you have been, and I feel like you've had little result, but I want you to know that whatever you were hoping for, it's times 9, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is really all about having all the things you ever dreamt of. And again, I believe you're going to attain that. Maybe you already are there coming into it. Maybe your rewards are already starting to come in. And then boom, as soon as you're so content on your own and completely independent, this person pops into your life. I love it. I really do. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah.